Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is my daughter Brenda. Brenda, say something.
Hi guys, welcome back to my mom's channel. Had
Say you're Brenda.
yeah, I'm Brenda.
Yeah, my only
Subscribe.
daughter.
And turn on the notification bell. Tell your friends, tell their friends, and kindly subscribe
And like and share this video.
comment.
Oh yeah, comment. Now, back to the story of the day. Today, I want to tell you about one of my house helps. This girl took care of this girl since she was like 5 years, if I'm not wrong. 5 years, right?
Yeah.
I think since 2009. Yeah, 2009. Yeah. Now this girl was called Wende. Most of my friends could have met her at one point or the other. She was a good girl and loved this Brenda like her own, if not her own child, like her younger sister. When she came to my house, I was so desperate for a house help, and I left word with our neighbors, Mama Boga. If they heard of msichana anatafuta kazi, they should let me know. So when they came at a particular day, I can't remember exactly when it was, and she was accompanied by her cousin. When I was called to go, okay, to a certain shop, it was a certain mama who was running a shop near where I was staying at that moment. She called me and she told me there's a girl. I went and I was given a brief introduction to where they are coming from. No, what are you laughing about? You remember?
Yeah, I do.
You remember, Brenda?
Yeah, I do.
doubt you are so young to remember. Anyway, this girl was young. She was, I think, in KG2, if I'm not wrong. So when they told me they had come, walipata ride na lorry from Ukambani, Machakos, wherever it was, and they came looking for their uncle who lived in Mombasa, but they didn't know where to find him, or I think his phone was off. So they decided to look for a job. They moved around the estate looking for a job. That night, the previous day, before I met her that day, the previous day they didn't get a job, so they got a good Samaritan and they were hosted and they were given a place to sleep. So the following day, that's when I was called for her. And this girl, I think we just clicked from the word go, because when I got the two girls there, they were two. The other one was not friendly. She was a bit distant. And my Mwende was very chubby and welcoming. So I asked them some few questions, of course, the necessary questions utuuliza mfanyikazi. A person went to employ, mmetoka wapi, kwenu ni wapi, mmekuja vipi. They gave us a narrative of how they came to Mombasa. Then eventually I said, now I have to choose between the two of you. Who wants to come to my house? And Mwende was the first one to jump. Mom, Mimi. And I was like, yeah, this is what I wanted. So Mwende came. She came to my house. The first day she was so good to my child. This big girl here was a child then. Look at her now. She can wear my clothes even. Now Mwende came. The following day, I think my daughter was on break, on school break. So nikawambia, mwende leo mutapika spaghetti. And she told me, Mom, najua kupika. That's the name she called me from the word go, Mom. Mom, mi najua kupika spaghetti. So I left her, knowing I was so comfortable when they can make spaghetti. What did the girl do? She did her job, the daily chores and all that. And then I got home in the evening. Oh, zile chakula nilipata zimepikwa hapo. The girl had made spaghetti, yes, but they were made like rice, Zilikuwa zimevunjwa in small tiny bits, ndogo ndogo. And she told me those are spaghettis. Eventually they turned like zimeshikana properly. I ate. I didn't have an option, but I taught her how to make spaghetti. I taught her how to make chapatis. I taught her how to make so many other foods, and she became the chief chef of the house. By the way, honestly speaking, when they made nice meals, her meals were superb. Chapatis kwanza, they were to die for. Sindio? Can you remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, they were to die for.
Thanks to you.
Yes, of course. Now, it came a point, I moved to another house. My sister had some issues and we started living together. I think we needed to share the rent or something at one point, because her dad was living in Nairobi at that time. So, because it was just me and my daughter and my househelp, we had to share the rent, or rather I was paying the rent and she was supporting here and there, and still she was looking for her own house. So she had some money for deposit. You know, kutafuta hao, you have to pay some 2 months rent and 1 month, no, 2 months deposit and 1 month rent. The month you start living in, you have to prepay the rent. So one day I used to move around with my sister. When my girl is in school, my sister would take, and I am at work, my sister would take my house girl. They move around the estate looking for a house. So literally mwende alikuwa anajua the kind of money my sister had, where she was keeping the money and all that. Then my mom had gone to Tanzania. She brought us some nice stuff like vitenge. I think I had like 2-3 vitenges. My sister had the same, because she brought us presents, of course, and she shared between the two of us. So when they had started calculating on her next move, yes, we didn't know, because this girl knew how to act normally, like normal, because she was good, honestly, she was a good girl. So one morning, of course, she used to wake up earlier than I to prepare my daughter for school, to make breakfast and all that. Then she would wake me up, I'd prepare my daughter, and she would take the child to school. That house was a 1-bedroom house, and my sister and Mwende used to sleep in the table room on a mattress. Of course, those days we were a young family, so of course we could not afford to have big houses and all that. And again, she was moving. My sister was moving out within a short period of time, so it was quite enough for us, and we were all okay. So Mwende used to sleep with my sister, I sleep with my daughter, and akiamka, she would of course go to the kitchen and make breakfast, go and buy mahamri. Mombasani, mahamri, lazima. So that was our staple breakfast food. So I would leave 100 bob there for mahamri, because I used to keep a carton of milk in the house. So it was just buying mahamri. Now on this particular day, Mwende decided to do some disappearance act. Mimi nimelala kama kawaida, but you know we have automatic alarm clock in our minds. Ikifika the time you usually wake up, you find yourself awake. So niliposhtuka, I realized my daughter is still sleeping next to me. Now I checked on my clock of course I used to sleep with my phone next to me. I checked, it was I think 6:15 if I'm not wrong. Sinikubomboruka. I got out of the bed faster. Nikatoka, nikaenda. I woke up my sister on checking where I had left the money for breakfast, because I used to put it on a side table. There was no money, so we assumed that probably I made up on my breakfast, but that was too late, as in much later than the usual time she is usually awake. As in by the time we wake up, our breakfast imetayarishwa and all that. Tukaamka, so I decided to get out of the house and check on her. I looked everywhere. I couldn't see her. I could not see her. So as I was looking around, a certain mama running a shop, told me, lakini sinimwona msichana wako akipita hapa very early in the morning, like she was rushing somewhere, and I didn't really know where she was going to, lakini mimi nimeona akitoka na mbio sana. That is where it struck that probably this girl had run away. I went back home, nikaambia my sister, we started looking for her things. There was nothing. She used to put her suitcase under the bed. Hakuna. I looked for my stuff in the cupboard. Hakuna. Hey. Now, I told my sister, is there anything obvious she could have stolen? My sister was like, my money. She knew exactly where my sister used to keep that money for rent and deposit. My sister alitoka wazimu. Guys, you know how it is difficult to accumulate enough money for shifting to a new house. And of course it's not easy for a person who's not working. She used to do her small biashara here and there. Hey, my sister alitoka wazimu, my friends. We started making calls. We called and called. At first she was picking and disconnecting. Picking, disconnecting. Eventually, she put off her phone. Househelp. So, these girls will teach us something else. So, we moved on with our lives and assumed that is it. Tumecheswa, kimeibwa, no. And life goes on. So I started looking for another house, living word around. Msichana alienda anatafuta msichana. Wapi? I wasn't getting any. And again, I think those I was getting, even on physical appearance, I think I was being so judgmental. They were not fitting my girl standard, as in the girl who left my Mwende's standards. Some would come for a day, naona hapana, huyu aizani anaenda. Huyu angali mtoto vizuri anaenda. You know, mtoto nguo, uniform, had a white collar. One would come, wash it, and the following day it still had the same marks as the previous day. So I struggled. I decided to wait and look pole because I think I was doing it in a hurry. These kids, these makers. So I don't know what happened, but it is just God. I think it was 2 weeks later. I got a call. No, a week later. I got a call from Mwende's number. Every time I pick, she wants to talk. Mom, yes, sema Mwende. Niko bara. Sawa, unatakaje? Ndakupigia. Anakata. I try calling her back. She doesn't pick. The next time she's calling, Mom, mkoaje? Habari ya B. B is Brenda, Brenda short form ni B. We used to call her B. Okay, we still call her B. So she would call, habari ya B. B ako poa Mwende, unatakaje? Mimi niko salama, mbona uliniibia? Mom, mimi sijui. Kaambia Mwende ka ujifikirilie, unatakaje? Nitakwambia mom, anakata. You know, it became the order of the day. A week later, Mwende called me now with finality. Nikachoka with those mchezo wanafanya. I told her, Mwende, what are you saying? What do you want? Mi sitaki kushikisha polisi. What do you want? Mom, nisamee na nataka kurudi. Nikamuuliza unarudi wapi Mwende? Akaniambia nataka kurudi kwako. Nilipoenda nyumbani, mamangu alikasirika kuona nimekuja na vitu zenye sio zangu. Akaniambia sitaishi kwake. I was surprised. So she went on and told me how her mom poured all the shopping she had done for her. I think the money she stole, she decided to shop for her mom and took stuff home, but the mom wasn't buying into that story. So vitu zote zilimwagwa. Hapo ndo naambiwanga kitumbua kimeingia mchanga. Msichana decided to go to her shosho's place. When she went there, as she claims, her shosho is a mtu wa kuona. She sees. She's a seer, by the way, that's the word. And she claims the nyanya, on looking, it's been through her kioo or a mirror or what, she saw what the girl had done. Because my girl was a liar. She lied to the nyanya that I had given her stuff, mamake akamkatalia. So nyanya akamwambia urongo, you have done this and this and this. What you do? You go back to where you're coming from. Enda, omba msamaha. So msena akaniambia mami, story ni ndefu. Nisamee tu niruhusu nikuje, juu nyanyangu hata niruhusu nikaekae hapa kwake. I want to come. Nikamwambia ukikuja vitu zenye uliniibia, how do we recover our money? How do we recover our stuff, the stuff we stole, the vitenges, you know? They were so important to me. Yeah? They were sentimental, having been brought to me by my mom from Tanzania, a trip of her lifetime. She made sure she brought us something that we'll remember with the trip with. Anyway, having suffered while Mwende was away, and this girl was suffering a lot. Actually, she was missing her. She used to ask me, Mama, Mwende atakuja lini? Mama, Mwende atakuja lini? So, nikaona, I just swallow my pride. She comes, we will sort it out once she's there. To be honest, that girl came, and the way me and my sister, we had planned, we will chapa her. We had decided we will beat her properly. I don't know what the shosho did, because she claims nyanya yake alimfanyia mambo kabla akuje. Msena alikuja. She came to our lives like normally, but we agreed on something. We sort of planned on our recovery arrangement. She told us the grandmother had told her not to get any money from me as salary. She worked for like, I think, 6-7 months without pay. Honestly speaking, I wasn't keeping the money. I was giving it to my sister because it is her money that had been stolen. As for me, the work she was doing for my girl was incomparable to what she had stolen. she nini unataka wewe? She was so valuable to me. She was repentant. She was actually sorry, and you could see from the way she was doing her work, the way she was handling my baby. Honestly speaking, she was good. That girl was just consent. Now, I told you I employed her in 2009, yeah? This girl stayed up to, she stayed with me up to 2010, 2011, 2012. She conceived. Yeah. I understand she got herself a boyfriend. Hey, Shana, I realized she's getting fat and fat. And I used to tell her, "Ai mwende, uko sawa kweli?" "Mom, mimi niko sawa." "Mom, mimi niko sawa." It became the order of the day. "Mom, niko sawa." Hey, ilifika point she was now becoming lazy and having carried a pregnancy myself. I knew hapa kuna kitu. But she refused. Totally refused that she was pregnant. What I did, I sent her to the hospital to check for checkup, because she used to claim anasikia uchungu tumbo, ati vitu zinakimbia kimbia. You know, when the baby starts kicking, she used to say, "Mom, nasikia vitu zinakimbia kimbia kwa tumbo yangu, vitu zinakimbia." So I told her enda hosi, and I believed that akienda hosi they'll definitely find out she's pregnant. The girl went. The following day, and when I came back home that day, akaniambia, "Mom, nimefanywa scan." Nikamuuliza, "Na wamesema nini?" Okay, wamesema nirudi kesho nipate majibu. So the following day, mimi sikushughulika na yeye because nikamwambia kama ni scan, I thought maybe it is a bigger problem. So the following day, I came back from work again. I asked her, "Mwende, hospitali wamesema nini?" She was like, "Mom, wamesema ati niko na growth. Nimefura kitu kwa tumbo. So lazima nifanywe surgery, sijui nifanywe procedure ama nifanywe nini." When I heard of that, my head clicked that this girl probably wanted to abort that pregnancy. What did I do? I told her, "Sawa, kama ni hivyo, hakuna shida. Umeambiwa urudi lini?" Akaniambia, "Nimeambiwa nirudi sijui after 2 days." I can't remember very well, it's a while back. She said, "Nimeambiwa nirudi after 2 days. Na pesa, niende nikafanywe procedure." Kambia sawa. So fortunately I knew the owner of that hospital. He was a friend of mine. I had his contacts. I called him in advance. I told him, "I'll be coming with my girl and don't let her know that we've had this conversation, but I want to get the truth of the matter because the doctor had told me the girl was pregnant." So I told her, "Mwende, sasa siku ile unaenda hospitali, mimi nitakupeleka." Akamwambia, "Mama, lakini hapana, nitaenda peke yangu." Nikamwambia, "Hapana, unajua wewe ni responsibility yangu. In case of anything, mama kwa atanilaumu mimi. Mimi hata sitaingia kwa daktari, sio lazima." So she agreed. Mimi ni nani? When we got there, she got into the doctor's office and I followed. And she was shocked. She was shocked. She was shocked. I got in and I told daktari, "Daktari, huyu msichana wangu wamenishtua, ameniambia ati yako na growth. Mmemwambia hivyo?" Daktari was like, "Msichana, Mwende, uko na growth?" "Daktari, uliniambia niko na growth." You know, she was so even before the same doctor. Huyo daktari mwenye tuko naye hapo ndo alikuwa amemuona. And she was still lying to me that the doctor said ako na growth. So daktari akamwambia, "Hapana, Mama Brenda, the doctor knew me. Mama Brenda, msichana wako ako na shida kidogo na nataka tufanye uchunguzi kidogo. Kama ni growth, hiyo uchunguzi tunafanya itasema ukweli. So akaambiwa msichana, tutapima mkojo tuone kama ni infection uko nayo. So we played with her mind. Kama ni infection uko nayo. So the girl didn't know that we had talked earlier. She gave her urine, and I made sure there was no one in that toilet before she got in. She produced her urine and we took it to the lab, and the results were out. So we went to back to the doctor's office, and he was like, msichana, majibu ndio haya yametoka na congratulations, uko na mimba. Hey, my girl cried. Oh. Hey, that girl cried. She cried, and I thought she would never stop crying. But I comforted her. And told her it's okay. Having a baby is not the end of the world. Being pregnant is not a shame. Being pregnant is not a shame, and it will be okay. So the doctor did something, what do you call it, the procedure for checking a heartbeat of the baby, because the stomach was big. She used to dress up in baggy tops, but now it was open there. We could actually hear the baby's heartbeat, and I was happy because this girl had started a behavior of lying on her stomach. She was definitely trying to kill that baby. She was lying on her tummy purposely and pressing it down, and I told her if she went on doing that, I was going to send her home, and she didn't want to go back to her shags. She used to tell me, hey mom, kuko na shida, nikirudi huko sasa itakuaje? So I knew that was her worry. I told her, one day I will take care of you. Nitakulelea mimba until the farthest you can go. But kama utaendelea kulalia mimba kujaribu kuoa huyu mtoto, hatutapatana. And from there henceforth, she knew I had her support. She had my support. I was supportive of her. I made sure she fed well. She attended her clinics and all that. And I was communicating with her mother. I told her her daughter had gotten pregnant, and she was so mad at first. And then eventually she mellowed down, and we supported the girl. My girl worked up to I think it was like 2 weeks to her D-Day, and I felt it was now enough because I was at work. I could not afford to take care of her once she gave birth. And I did some shopping for her baby, and she went home. Albeit shingo upande, she didn't want to go to her mom's place. But there's none like your mom. By the way, she went home and she actually gave birth on the D-Day, the expected date of birth. And she called me very excitedly, told me she had named her daughter after me. She called her Faith. And I was happy too. I sent her some pocket money. So we worked on a plan. Okay, of course I got another house help. And when they stayed with her baby, she gave birth on 1st June, if I remember, 1st June, yeah. She got her baby. She stayed home for a year. I told her to make sure she had breastfed that baby for a whole year. And I went through hell in that 1 year when Mwende was away. And guess what? My Mwende came back. She came back. Mwende came back in, I think, the end of that. I think it was in 2012. June, July there. I think I'm missing out on the dates. I can't remember correctly. But she came back. My girl came back. tukakaa, but sasa shida ilikuwa msichana amekuwa mama. Now she feels like she's big enough. Okay, about the baby daddy, the guy disappeared from her life and disappeared completely. He disappeared from the face of the earth. The number went off. When she eventually went back to check on him, the guy, kumbe, he was being hosted by a friend. It wasn't even his place. And the way my girl was comfortable, she's going to her boyfriend's house. Girls, these men are not our friends. They will lie to you when they want that cookie jar. Unasikia wewe? Don't be lied to. They disappear, and they'll tell you all manners of lies. So my girl became a single mom. But when she came back, she now had known boys. Of course, when you have started messing around, you can't stop. She started moving around with 2 boys and all that. Then, early 2013, my husband relocated to Mombasa. Now he was permanently around. And my girl felt she's woman enough to start competing with me in my own house. Oh, by the way, I had already moved to another house, not the same house we were living in. I moved to another house, and now this girl used to try copy me. Nikiva skin tight, she wants to wear skin tight. Nikieka weave, she was using all her money and the money she used to get from men to compete with me. So it came a point we were no longer comfortable with each other, and I realized before we broke the good relationship we had, I needed to send her away, and that is what happened. A day came when we had to part ways with my girl after, like, I think 5 years together. Yeah. And that is the story of my Mwende. She took care of this girl and left when she was, I think, in class 2 or 3, if I'm not wrong. Class 3, eh? Yeah, she was a big girl, and she actually felt the absence. When they had a whole album with their photos together, Mwende taught my daughter Kikamba. Kikamba is not bad, of course it's not bad, but my girl used to sing all Kamba songs. Those kina Kenwa Maria and this one Pusi Umbu. I don't know, I can't remember his name. That was my Mwende, and I thank God she eventually got a man and got married. She got another baby. And as at now, we lost touch. I don't know how she's faring, but I really miss her. And I believe she made a good wife, because that girl was very, very good. And I gave her all my blessings as she was leaving, though she didn't want to go. But I felt we were no longer compatible. It was either she breaks my marriage or we break the relationship we had. So she had to go. Earlier on, she used to communicate, calling, asking for assistance here and there. Eventually, I think I don't know what happened, and I'm praying she's happy wherever she is. I'm hoping she has a good marriage. I'm praying the best for her babies and my namesake Faith. I believe she's a big girl now. Wishing her all the best. Guys, this is the end of my house help story. There are many, but they have so many house help narratives. But this one is the one that touched my heart. She was good, honestly. So please subscribe to my channel. Share this video. Like this video. Comment under this video. And one more thing, I know my Facebook friends are going to watch this video. I have like 1,400 friends. Please, 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 I'm beseeching you to subscribe to my channel. Please subscribe. Don't forget to like. By the way, liking, it helps in boosting the video to be seen wide and far. So if you really love me, my friends, subscribe.
Bye.
Bye guys, it's a wrap.